So we're going to start off easy. Best summer activity in Delaware, in your opinion?
Best summer activity.
Let's cover a little bit top to bottom. Yeah. Easy beaches.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, mine's easy. We spend a lot of time in Long Neck, Delaware, in Indian River Bay during the summer. So that's pretty much where we are every weekend.
They don't let him on the beaches. He's more of a bay guy.
Very true. You don't want this on the
I feel the
on the
sheen
other
off the
side.
top of your head, my blind children.
Well, what happened was I got kicked out of Dewey too many times, so I'm not even allowed in the general facility anymore.
Just for being bald, actually. He wasn't even misbehaving.
True.
It's a non-bald facility.
Yeah.
It was
You
the
look too
drunkness.
old for Dewey.
You son of a bitch.
Where you start?
Jeez.
Where's your summer
Not
activities?
bad. I think for me it would be like Cape and Lopin. I love
Okay.
the state park
So
side.
we're all beach then.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you're
probably
not
going to
beach.
take yours, but I
okay.
mean, mine's definitely golf. I mean, getting into it. And I think nobody really knows how the hidden treasure golf courses that we have in Delaware.
So Patricia, sit out for a second because we.
I know nothing
Sorry, you're
about
not part of the golf
You guys
conversation.
sit out
Smile and nod. Yeah.
No, but golf, honestly, I think there's two things with Delaware. One, there are more courses than people realize, and they're good. Two, there's also different types of golf because like beach golf, as golfers know, is different than like links golf or standard 18 holes. In Delaware, also I know when I go up to places like where are the mountains in PA that we go to with your camp spot, Poconos.
Poconos?
There's 2 or 3 courses.
The resort courses.
Yeah, the resort courses. You go anywhere and there's 3-4 courses in your vicinity. There's 25 within a 30 to 45 minute vicinity.
Well, and that's another thing with the diversity of Delaware we talk about all the time. But when you go downstate, you have flat, easy, nice, friendly courses. Not friendly, not easy, but they're more flat. They're a little bit more approachable. And then you go up to Newcastle County and you have hilly.
White clay, Deerfield, all that. Favorite course? I know you're a golfer too, even though he picked golf.
Baywood.
Your favorite course?
I mean, Fieldstone.
Oh, man. That is the best course. I haven't played it yet, though. So Deerfield for me. Favorite course, Patricia?
I would have to say wild quail.
Wild quail. Yeah, I'm saying, the quail. Yeah. All right, so let's.
Honorary member over here.
Summer activity. Let's go deeper on that. So we had 3 beach activities. Let's go. Somebody's looking into Delaware. We know the overarching easy ones. Okay, that the beaches is probably the first thing that comes to anyone's mind that knows of Delaware. Some people may not know Delaware even has beaches. We do. They're great. Mm-hmm. Let's get deeper. What are other items? Families, individuals, couples, kids. What are we doing?
Well, we've hit it before. Festivals. We had festivals, Delaware State. We lost Firefly, but they're replacing that. And
I feel like day drinking is a thing that they do. People do, not me especially, but other people do that sort of thing.
so I've heard.
So I've heard.
I've heard.
I like the kid aspect of especially Kent County. We have Killen's Pond.
Get closer to that mic.
We do a lot in the sense of that, we have Tres Sorel too. So Tres Sorel is a ice cream shop. It's very kid friendly. They have putt there.
Camden.
And we have a lot of food trucks and stuff like that come.
The food
live
truck
bands.
scene.
Live bands are my go-to. So I love the beaches in the sense of going to a restaurant, day drinking, and then having the live band atmosphere. I really enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Something we love to do in the summer, I love to do with my sons and my wife, is go to Blue Rocks games in Wilmington. Fairly inexpensive to go to a minor league baseball game, and it's a lot of fun there. So.
And great facility over there. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it's very cool. Mm-hmm.
I've never had a single issue going there.
Lots of parking.
Love a good bleak.
Yeah, lots of parking there, and like I said, I think it's more than it used to be because
They've upkept it well too. It's been around for a minute, and I feel like it stayed pretty high quality.
95-ish, I think. Yeah. Nice facility. Yeah, very. And I think it's maybe $15 to go. So
the area is
There's celery.
Yeah, I mean, the riverfront is looking a little bit healthier these days, and it's an ongoing process. But
I was going to ask if there's anything in Newcastle that's a big stomping ground for the summer, because I feel like everyone always talks about the beaches, but
I wouldn't say big stomping ground. There's a couple options. So I'd say the biggest thing would be Constitution Yard, which is a nice big beer garden. They've got bag toss,
which is basically an outdoor
You
facility.
just call cornhole bag toss?
bag toss.
What is wrong with you?
Toss some bags.
Everybody's looking at you weird. No one's ever
I'm not
called
going to
it
make
that.
eye contact with anyone right now. Bag toss.
Bag toss?
So
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely
Giant Jenga.
and that's definitely an outdoor thing, obviously for the summer, because it's really just an outdoor facility.
Yeah.
That's not.
yeah.
Actually, they turn it into outdoor skating in the wintertime. So.
Yeah, and then there's putt-putt right down. You walk down the so that's you could call it a boardwalk, but the river walk.
Golf aside, up north
which is
is White
nice.
Clay. They have a golf course, but the park itself is it's probably the prettiest spot in Delaware. Oh, yeah. It's gorgeous. Sean, you've been up there a couple times, right? You biked up there, right? Sean's trying to get me to bike over there over the summer.
Do it.
Which I feel like I'm going to die.
No, there's some great tracks out there.
But he's saying there's
I do it. I
ramps
just
and
need a
stuff.
bike.
Well, yeah, there's like rec places, but just the trails are incredible.
Okay.
And it's not just white clay. I mean, there's like little offshoots, kind of like there's a place called like Judge Moore's Estate out in Pike Creek that's really nice. You ever been over to Judge Moore's?
I've not.
It's over by like Drummond. Yeah, that are like little 1 to 2 mile circuits. That are nice.
I know something fun to do in the summer. Late at night, driving down that haunted AI DuPont road that has the SUV that tails you.
Devil's
What?
Road.
That's a fun activity. You've never heard of that one?
No.
used to
Oh
do
my
that.
gosh!
I used to
Okay,
do that growing up.
so there's an AI. So it's called Devil's Road. What's the actual name of the road?
Cosart.
Cosart. Okay, I
Not to
don't know.
blow up a private road, but
Well, it's been blown up for a minute.
Yeah.
If you look it up on YouTube, it's basically the AI DuPont's property is dead in the center of this like basically a connecting road between two more traveled roads. There's fields on either side, and it gets a little bit of controversy because of like what supposedly went on at that house. DuPont's got like a dubious name with like what they're doing within their family and stuff like
get
that.
into it, dude.
We don't have to get all the way
Do
into
you know
it.
the rumor?
Yeah, isn't it like incest and like a dead baby and stuff
That's
like
where
that?
they kept the kids.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
like a little field house out there.
And that's why it like has all this negative energy around it.
Yeah, there's like we called it Cold House Road.
Cold
when I-
House
when I was-
Road.
Yeah, when I was in high school. So that was a thing. So there was like this tree with like this hollowed out thing, and they said they found a dead baby in it.
Oh no!
Yes.
And then so people used to in high school people used to be scared to go there, and like all the trees like seem to face away from the house.
Yes,
Because
all
they-
the trees
so-
go away. It's so weird.
Well, they prune the
Yeah,
inside.
they
It used to
prune,
be an
exactly.
estate, so
Yeah,
they prune
so-
the inside.
Oh,
so
okay.
it grew out like that.
That's fair.
They trim for the power lines.
Liars.
so they
It's
take
the
it
evil
that way.
spirits.
Yeah.
It's the,
Yeah,
it's the evil
absolutely, yeah.
spirits. Actually,
The
Yeah, we said there
pavement
was,
is full
there-
of satanic energy.
well, there's
We
also
said there was
there's
zoomies in the house. There were little green guys that would be in the house. Like there's all kinds of.
Oh my
shit about
gosh!
That, yeah.
Well, I know there's the one
never-
building you see that doesn't have the windows, and you can kind of see an upside downish cross. And the one, I think the tree you're referencing is like has a weird look to it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's like it almost seems like there's a face in
twisty.
it. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, AI's got
That's
some
not a
weird
fun
energy
thing to-
with.
But there's
That's not a
videos
fun
of
thing. A lot of that
SUVs
stuff.
tailing people. Like you hear all these controversies, and
That
but
was
it's-
me. That was me.
Yeah, I think
Wanna
it's just
go.
Mike out there when he gets restless. Yeah.
We've
I'm
been-
sure there was security out there at some point, but we're back before they sold the property.
I don't know, but it seems I don't know.
So they do weird stuff, like the AI hospital, like the walls of the children's hospital has glass on the top of the walls. Did you know that?
No.
So they have like
yeah.
the
Why?
coming
Glass.
down like 41. So they have like the natural stone walls that are like 8 feet high.
Yes.
And then there's like a cement layer on top, and they just have a bunch of broken glass sticking out the top of it.
Why? Just so you don't get in?
I guess.
Isn't barbed wire a bit more
Or
efficient?
out.
Or
What was that noise?
or out.
Yeah, but barbed wire would look.
That's just a Grotto's
terrible.
burp.
I guess. Is that the sound you used to make at the Dewey bars? Maybe that's why they kicked you out. And Mike's here. You were mentioning before, so let's we've been at the top of the state. Let's move our way down.
Okay.
Mentioned Go Ape. You're not a fan. Why not? You think it's boring?
Put me on blast.
I will. And I'll do it again.
I think like so when
Because
it
I haven't
when it
been.
started.
There's no argument for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I haven't been, and I think ziplining's boring. So.
I think when it started, it was like a very cool idea, and it was like really hyped up. And then I went, and it was like I may have been. I'm not gonna say like too old. It's like an all ages type of thing, but it's not like as big of a production as I thought it was gonna.
Because
be,
Patricia
I guess.
rocked with it.
Yeah, I mean, I went twice,
Yeah.
but that was back when, within the first year or two that it was open.
Yeah.
So that would make sense back then because we didn't have anything remotely similar to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do
Still
like
don't.
it. No. And I like it more like if you just go on an excursion somewhere and you just zip line.
Well, that's the thing.
all
I think
it
it
is.
from me that I was like, oh, zipline, it looks really cool, and the like videos of it were cool, and then you're like, oh wait, I'm like, and don't get me wrong, love Delaware, but you're like, I'm still in Delaware. Like this is like I'm on a zipline right now. I'm gonna be all excited, and it's like I play disc golf right there, like once. In a while.
Woods of
I've
there.
seen all of this before. Yeah, there's nothing new I'm seeing. I'm just on a
Maybe
string.
that's just because I'm not used to being up north, but I thought it's different from what we have. It's more of like you have the obstacle courses with it. It's not just like from point A to point B and that's it.
Yeah.
But I can see in the sense of it's probably died down over the years.
Well, maybe it was just because I went. I
We need
used to go to that
go.
park all the time.
Yeah.
Now, super
like, I know this
seasonal, not to interrupt, but I mean, going like in that area, Frightland, and like a lot of like the haunted walkthroughs we have in those seasonal times.
I am all for Frightland.
We have a lot of the
Frightland is
really
slept
decent
on.
ones.
We do.
It
Yeah.
is really
It is.
slept on.
As big as a facility it is, it really is slept
It's a
on.
great little thing they do.
I've had 2 separate clients of mine who thought that the plane outside was a real plane the first time they drove into Delaware and were concerned.
Really?
Well, it's cool.
It's
They
a
come
down,
down
it's a down to
13.
buy plane with
Yeah.
smoke coming out of it. I
Yeah.
mean, it looks pretty legit.
You see, it's
Yeah.
got the what's the thing with the skull on it? What do they call
Oh,
those?
like the farm
Silo?
thing.
yeah,
The silo.
Yeah,
The farm
it's cool.
thing.
It's noticeable. Yeah, the farm.
farm.
thing.
Mine's the more official name. Yeah.
Bag toss.
But the bag toss. But I think especially like that time of year, September, October, the haunted stuff's really good. We got all the fields, rural areas. I think as a whole though, Delaware thrives. Kent County, Southern Newcastle, the whole state really
Are they
thrives
still
in that
doing
investment.
Jason's Woods.
Yeah, they do Jason's with Wicked R Ranch. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
But we do a really good job at the events, the festivals. We do a really good job at those. What are the specific ones or like the go-tos you got to hit every year? Because I think of things like we got to go to the Peach Festival. Our daughter's named Peach. How do we not go to the Peach Festival in Camden? And it used to be at least.
That's you looked him right in the eyes. You said our daughter. I didn't know. That was
Yeah, our
Mike's
daughter. Yeah, me and Mike's daughter. It's our girl. Yeah.
Don't touch me.
He's the one that made the old comment, not me. I just laughed at it.
both
I
of
just
you now.
laughed.
Okay.
But the other one used to be I at least wanted to get at least one day, usually on the Artist Day of Choice at Firefly. Of course,
Yeah.
we don't have that anymore. And
Yeah.
you alluded to it being replaced. I wouldn't call Mondegreen replacement.
Yeah.
But
And we lost pumpkin chunking.
we did lose Pumpkin Chunkin a bit back.
Yeah, it's
'Cause someone
been a
got
while.
hurt, I think, and they were finally like, this is a dangerous activity.
Somebody got
We're
hit by
That was a
pumpkin.
big thing for a long time.
was
Growing up,
very-
that was like the
Pumpkin
Delaware.
That
thing.
was the thing we could only do in Delaware, but now it's like I think it's still going, but just in a different state,
Somewhere else.
somewhere random.
Oh, really?
I don't even want to guess, but I looked up like they're there now. Like I don't know if their fields are bigger. Or,
Where's Apple
the
Scrabble?
comments will
Is
tell
that-
us.
Apple Scrub? I think's Bridgeville. No, maybe.
I know it's down south.
Yeah, I think it's the town of Bridgeville because they do like the car show and yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, what's like the event you got to go to?
Up in Wilmington, we have all the festivals. Like we have the Polish festival, we have the Italian festival, we have the
Taco
Greek
festival.
festival. The Greek festival is always amazing, and
I've never been to that
The
one.
Euros there. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Greek Festival,
at the
Italian
Gyros.
Festival, great. Yeah.
Gyros.
the Euro right on, or the church right on. I forget the name of the church.
St.
Right
Anthony's.
on Brew. No, that's I'm talking
Italian.
about
Is it
That's
is it
Italian.
Euro or gyro?
Euro.
Euro.
Okay.
You can call it
Gyro.
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 Not gyro.
Okay.
But yeah, so all those up north. Sea Witch, obviously in Rehoboth.
Oh yeah, see, which is a good
Oh,
one.
I've never been. What is the premise of the Sea Witch Festival? It's so popular.
It's like a parade, right? With
Is it?
It's like a Halloween type of parade.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are dressing up in Halloween costumes. They have everyone out. It's a big, big, big parade. They have all the local vendors out there. It's a fun time.
I've never been
It's
to that
fun.
I've
one.
never been either.
Yeah.
I've been to the Jazz Festival. That's very popular down south in Delaware. We're
Right.
like one of the biggest jazz down at the
Yeah.
beaches.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're like
really?
one of the biggest jazz festivals, and then another one that I think of as like one of the biggest is the Ladybug Festival.
Ladybug.
It's I think it's the biggest all female festival on the East Coast. It's good.
They do that. That's
That
one
was
on
good.
Market
all
Street.
female, so you can't go.
Yeah, no, I have to. No, I can attend. I can attend. I'm like I get a special pass because I'm filming.
Really?
No, it's all female artists. All
Got
female
it, artists, got it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's sexist to say here, man. You
I was
can't
gonna
come.
say bullshit.
Yeah, no, you could definitely go support the all female artists,
do that.
and they're all female artist led. So some of the people in the band, drummer, guitarist, sometimes. but
Understood.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Got
leader
it.
of the band.
We
And
need a loft festival.
we do. What would be the premise of a loft festival, though? Would it be like Fire Festival?
Hopefully music.
Josh dancing.
Just
I will
Josh
do-
dancing.
The
I
whole
will
time.
MC the.
No,
out of
not
that
MC
festival.
it. You're dancing.
You're
Yeah,
dancing.
I'll be
I'm
dancing while I
MCing.
MC. I'm up there between each.
And now coming up is your favorite.
Absolutely. That's my
Put your
two-step.
hands together.
I'll tell you what. I don't want to put too much on your plate. You do the dancing. Somebody else will MC.
You
Could you do interpretive dancing while someone else MCs?
Yes.
Like almost like the sign language lady?
Yes.
But for dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, is this guy signing? And there's like, no, I think he's just.
No, he's just feeling whatever Mike's saying.
But we could do like food trucks and
I was
dance
going
and
to say
stuff
Harvest
like that.
Harvest Ridge just had their food truck festival. We just
I
missed
think
it.
the problem with us having our own festival, we do miss that.
Yeah,
We did that last year. That was very fun. And that's not Delaware, but we kind of claim Harvest Ridge.
Oh yeah.
The Loft Festival would be tough because we sit right here on Lockerman Street. We'd have to get Lockerman Street shut down for it, which is tough.
We don't have to do it right here.
We could do it on State Street. Or we're on State Street. We could do it on Lockerman, actually.
Do it on the green.
We could do it on the green. We could figure something
I
out.
wish there was more with the green. sometimes they'll have like live music out there. I'll drive past, but I wish there was like more.
I'm sure there's more in Dover altogether.
Yes.
Yeah. But can we talk about Dover? Rail House. That's a great restaurant that just came out. And we had them on the podcast, and they themselves are like, we hope this is the open door.
Yeah.
And the first step for people to be like, okay, we need to go open our beer garden. We need to start our restaurant. You know, the start of the momentum. I think it's a great kick in the right direction, though.
So they want competition?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people, too, that look in the restaurant industry. And if you look at it, especially for towns that are growing, you need population. You need people there. You need street traffic. And you need competition. Because how else do you have a bar crawl, you know, without other bars? How else do you have a night out on the town? How do you drive down to Dover from Wilmington for an evening when there aren't 5, 6, 7 options to go to at the least? And right now, I mean, I don't want to diminish any other restaurant or bar in the area, but it's like 1 or 2 spots in Dover, Railhouse being one of them. And I'll let all the other places that hope they're number 2 think they're number 2 because there's just not a lot.
And come on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if there was another one, we'd have them on the podcast. Yeah.
But there are it needs things. Dover needs things.
And the post office is being turned into the Post. That's becoming a spot. Jackson House just opened up. That's a great spot. The Gray Fox just took over new ownership. The Golden Fleece just got sold. Like, there's a lot of positive momentum. Dover 2030 project, if anyone hasn't heard of it, that's an amazing project. You can look into this like 86-page PDF.
I'm very excited to see downtown kind of get a little bit more money behind it because I mean, it's beautiful down here. And the craziest thing when I'm up at Wilmington, I'm talking to people about Dover, like, yeah, my office is in Dover. I'm down there a couple times a week. And they're like, you know, I rarely ever go down there, but every time I do and I'm downtown, like I'm always amazed at how beautiful the town is. Like the town itself is gorgeous.
Very nice. It's historical.
Yeah.
Very historical.
Brick buildings.
It's the state's
very
capital.
classic.
Yeah.
That too.
That too.
Yeah.
I learned that.
Kind of forget that.
You learned that?
When'd you learn that?
3rd grade.
Oh, okay. I was about to
A
say.
long time. Yeah.
Same time you learn like Boise, Idaho, and all the other ones.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was actually really good at that at the time. That was like one of my banners at school. Like I knew all 50 capitals.
You're no longer good at it?
Maybe 10. Name a state. Let's try.
Vermont.
No.
Arkansas.
Little Rock.
Look, he knows that because of his family.
Yeah, that's only because my family named another one.
How about Oklahoma?
Oklahoma City?
I have no idea.
Maybe?
Would it be Tulsa?
It's probably Tulsa. All right.
I don't know.
Either way, if there had to be another capital, if there had to be another Delaware capital, which would you want it to be?
Wilmington.
I feel like everyone
100%
assumes it
Wilmington,
should be Wilmington.
It's the most populated. That makes sense.
Do you know what the first capital of Delaware was?
First capital? I didn't know we had another capital.
Newcastle was capital for like a year, maybe.
Oh, Old Newcastle. Yeah, because
Old
yeah.
Newcastle.
Why?
Should have stayed that way.
I don't really remember. I did a video on Old Newcastle a couple of years ago, and I learned that, which I didn't know that before. And it wasn't very long that it was capital before it was moved to Dover.
Were you around back then when that initially was the capital of Delaware?
I was not.
Were you at the initial vote?
Jeff House was there with his flag. But
Is it Oklahoma City?
Wow.
Yeah, it's not Tulsa.
Wow.
I liked your answer better than mine. No, mine was the lazy answer. What's the capital of Singapore? Singapore.
Singapore City.
It's not even Singapore City, it's just Singapore.
Florida City.
All right, so Florida. Someone's thinking about, we've had that happen more and more.
Yeah.
People coming up from Florida to retire to Delaware. Discovering the beaches are great, food's really solid, it's a growing area, it's still not overpopulated like some areas of Florida. But what's someone coming up from Florida going to be pleasantly surprised by in Delaware? I think a lot of people overlook the shopping tax not being existent, and then they show up to Wawa and they're like, wait, this is the sticker price is the price? I think that's a great benefit.
I mean, there's obviously going to be a huge difference in sticker price, especially these people coming out of Florida, high populated areas down there.
Yeah, just prices of everything.
DC, you know, like it's pretty affordable here. I mean, on the grand
food,
scale.
I think food is something that they'd be pleasantly surprised by. You know, I've been to Florida a number of times in my life, and I don't feel like it's necessarily a hot spot for certain kinds
It depends.
of food.
Florida's so big, like
Yeah.
Orlando,
Certain areas,
Kissimmee,
stuff like
Miami,
that.
Fort Lauderdale, like
Yeah.
Tallahassee, like it's all different.
But pretty
It's
much
there,
anything,
but you're
anything
spending-
you want, you can
Spending
find it somewhere in
$400
Delaware
a
that's good.
seat, you know,
Yeah.
go down
Yeah.
something like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, here you can have a nice, beautiful meal, very affordable price.
Heard?
Which is what's affordable these days.
About 150 pounds.
I'll tell you what,
150 a seat.
I went to B-Dubs the other day and spent $80, 2 people.
That's disgusting.
3 drinks, 2 meals, and an app. And it's just like, whoa. So things are definitely more expensive. But
Everywhere.
Oh, well, yeah.
and I think that's
Have you
also
been
why we've
shopping
seen
lately?
yeah, absolutely. And I think it's why people more and more are making that shift to Delaware and looking at Delaware as an option because of the affordability factor.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think? What's like the pleasant surprise? I want to lay down another one. I think the nature and like things to do outdoors.
I
Well, I was
was going to
gonna
say
say-
weather. Like our seasons, we do have our 4 seasons, but they're not harsh. Like our winters aren't nasty. Like our summers aren't, I mean, they're brutal, but they're not nearly as brutal as Florida. Like you're getting all 4 seasons.
I'd say we're in our harshest season right now. I'd say in Delaware, spring is the harshest season because I feel we
You have
definitely
allergies.
we have allergies is one. Allergies
bad.
is one. I also feel like Delaware has a quick switch from cold to hot. And when I say hot, again, mild, we're talking 80s, but we also have a milder winter, 30s. But it kind of swaps pretty fast. Like April, what we're in right now is especially this April, tons of wind, tons of storms, tons of rain. And I feel like we do that every year. But overall, yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. We have all 4 seasons, which is great. But at the same time, they're not
like
extreme.
in the wintertime here, you get like a high of like 30 in the winter, like, and that's not that bad. Believe me, you come out of
When you're coming from Florida,
Yeah, exactly.
I think I looked
But
at
you
the
get used
average
to
the other
that.
day is 42 is our average high in the winter.
Is it 42?
Could you look that up, Sean? I thought it was in the 40s or high 30s.
But again, that makes sense because again, that's colder than where you came from. Like when it turns from fall to winter, like the first day you get when it's 40, you're like, wow, it's freezing out here.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 months of 40, you're like, wow, this doesn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you've had 20-degree mornings. You're like, wow, 42 is really nice.
And then also coming out of the winter, you know, like as it changes into the spring, like we are in right now, like I always remember like the first couple like 40 to 45 degree days, I'm like, oh, this feels amazing. Like, I go outside in a t-shirt.
Absolutely.
So the first thing that comes up is first it says Delaware's average high temperature in January is 27 degrees, which I don't believe.
Average temperature.
January gets pretty low here.
The average high or the average temperature?
The average high temperature.
I can't-
Wow.
I believe that.
It says
January is our
in
most harsh
January
month for sure.
2024, it was an average of 40 degrees.
Okay, so global warming. So this past January, the average was 40.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So has Delaware been slowly heating up? Maybe.
But every like April,
for
like I have
sure.
like 9 sweatshirts in my car because if you come out in the morning, it's cold,
freezing,
and
and
then
then-
by 1 o'clock, you're like, man, I can't wear this thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little. That's why I think spring is if we did
Yeah.
have a harsh.
Harsh is still winter.
It's
Like, I
still
don't like
not.
cold.
It's still not.
Think about, I mean, like
Well, you're a beach guy.
Well,
15 years ago, we had multiple big snowstorms of winter. You know, like there would be multiple storms coming in. Now it's like we get one. You know,
maybe
like if
two.
we have snow for like a month,
that
we're
in
like,
January
wow.
that were 70 degrees a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're getting those sporadic warm days too. So we're
Yeah.
definitely not a harsh place for. And when people talk snow, it's like New York, Upper PA that really end up getting the big
Oh,
snow.
yeah.
And even out west, a lot of the snow kind of piles up on DC and Annapolis areas, and then by the time it gets to our bay, slows down.
Yeah.
You're
I had
right.
to- I had to shovel for the first time in 2 years this winter. I shoveled like
We
twice.
had that one storm. It was
Yeah.
like a 7, 8 inches. I think y'all got
Yeah.
more up
Yeah.
up
We
north.
got a
This
good
winter
amount
was
of-
just the wind. Like it just
Yeah.
hurt. It hurt.
That
Let's
cold
say
wind.
Yeah.
A nice thing
Yes.
about
Get your nose all red
So
and dry. Yeah.
well,
That's why I found out about Eskimo
experiencing-
kissing. They do the whole nose thing. It's because they cover the rest of their face is all covered. So when they
You
kiss,
just
they
found
do
out
the-
about that this winter?
Well, no, I found out why they called it Eskimo
Ah,
kissing.
got it.
Yeah, no,
Just
Because
making
me and
sure.
him were doing it forever.
I'm about to say me and Josh have
both were
Eskimo
like,
kissed
yeah,
every
we're
day
like,
for years.
Why
so-
do they? do
Very
this?
yeah. What, like, I was curious. Mid Eskimo kiss, I was
We
looking
were
it up.
face to face, and we were like,
Why did
"What
they
are the
do
origins?"
this?
Yeah.
What is the start of this ritual?
Well, it's nice because we can be affectionate and still talk.
Yeah,
You know, so.
because we still be logistical in such a. I can't even
my
continue. So what haven't we covered in terms of like Delaware? I feel like we've kind of missed Southwest Delaware. I'll throw in a Harrington. I'll throw in the State Fair. That
State
kind of
Fair,
goes
that's
into the
fun.
events. It's Austin was in here. He said that was the premier event. That was like the top.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like,
doesn't
the state
get out.
fair,
What everyone else shoots for.
the state fair is pretty cool because they actually have some big acts
Yeah.
as far as music is concerned.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll tell you one thing that I went to a couple years ago that was so much fun was the Demolition
Demolition Derby.
I thought it was
so
gonna be
fun.
stupid, but it was a lot
My
of fun.
bucket list is to be in it. I've yet to find out who organizes it, who to talk to. I want to be in it. I want to spray paint a bunch of Loft stuff on it and just go ram stuff.
That'd be awesome.
And get us all free tickets. And
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
It is so
a cool
fun.
event, yeah.
And I agree. They bring up some good acts. Austin's probably a little off in it being the standard because we did have Firefly for a bit. I'd argue maybe that's closer to standard. But it is a 10-day event. It's also acreage wise probably the biggest acreaged event by far in Delaware.
Yeah.
And it does have a lot. You have the ride. You can go there and do a lot of different things. You can go see the animals. You can go ride rides. You can just show up. Like I've done that plenty of times. Just show up for the concert. They have the spot. Austin brought it up. Like what's it called? Where you can go like to the bar and kind of chill outside now.
So, they have the roast.
The roost. The roost. Yeah, a roast is different. That would be fun. A roast of Austin, I would pay money for. Prime time at the fair.
Just sit there with a beer,
dog.
make fun of him.
Woo!
We could totally have a loft event that's
It's just a roast of Austin.
Absolutely.
In between your dancing, somewhere in the middle, we'll have Austin getting roasted.
The loft
Me in the back. Got him.
The loft,
Got 'em!
The loft festival is coming together, by the way.
It really is.
Little by little. I want a dunk contest with Carla and Patricia on like a little Tykes hoop. It's like one of those red plastic ribs.
Bring the elf hat. Bring the elf hat, Carla.
What other southern events? We mentioned Apple Scrapple. Can we confirm where Apple Scrapple is? We said Bridgeville.
I'm not big on. I don't really know.
You don't do anything in Southern West.
Sean, did you realize you'd be
Really?
the research assistant during the?
No.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned NASCAR.
We haven't mentioned NASCAR.
Well,
For good
NASCAR's
reason.
not nearly as big of a thing as it was because we
No.
had one race. It used to be two.
I am firm. Bridgeville.
Bridgeville.
I'm firmly on the argument that it would be long term more profitable for our state, for the county. I don't even know who makes the money necessarily for
it
the
a
race.
venue.
Make it a venue. I know it's too big to be a concert venue right now. Like the space of where the seating is compared to like the
Really? What's the seating there?
well, so the seat there's a lot of seating. Don't get me wrong.
No,
it's
so
like
what's the
80,000.
capacity?
It's like
Is it-
80,000.
140,000.
It actually dropped. They sent off some seats to Phoenix.
really?
Yeah, they sent off like some of their rows of seating because they couldn't.
But
they
it
weren't
is like
filling them anymore.
bleacher seats.
It's bleacher seating, but at the end of the day, it's so far from the inside because you got to think it's a mile-long track, and then there's all this inside field. In order to make it a concert venue, you'd almost have to disassemble and kind of closen it.
Yeah.
Because it's frankly too big. Even if you brought in Lady Gaga, she's not filling 120,000 people. She might fill 100, maybe not in Dover, Delaware.
Yeah, but there's probably not.
I think you'd be surprised.
Because Firefly, well, let me put it in perspective. Firefly as an entire 4-day event brought in 80,000 people.
But that's different. That's not.
Smaller
we're gonna go.
acts.
It's not. Yeah. Well, it's like
Small acts.
It's
Smaller
4 days.
than Lady Gaga.
No.
No,
But I'm
Post
saying it's a different
Malone,
experience. You're
yeah.
showing up to camp for 4 days. If you're showing up just for a concert, people are going to be a little bit more willing to do something.
You
like
think more
that.
people show up there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again,
I believe that.
I'm on the
I
argument
believe
at the
that.
end of the day, regardless of how they do it, that needs to be repurposed. That
saying,
the
yeah.
Woodlands needs
Yeah.
to be repurposed. That,
Hypothetically, you bring some like a headliner and say, okay,
Yeah.
we love Drake. Say Drake comes in.
that's fair.
Sold out
could,
like that.
Yeah, he could fill out that. But even like at the Wells Fargo Center when I went, there were some spots available, and it's like a 30,000 seat venue. It should be transitioned.
It
Would it be an
does
expensive
need-
project? Probably, but I think long term it's probably.
And the race.
T Swift would do it,
And the race sucks.
and the
like,
race sucks.
Like compared to other races like the month, that it's just a
It's just
a
not what it
boring
used
race.
to
It's a
be.
boring race.
It's not what it used to be. I mean, back then they had the concerts that would come in. You had Billy Ray Cyrus come in, all these other acts, and
You
it's,
also have
it's
the
not
truck
same.
race, which it used to be like the most fun race to watch. Can I bring up another race option? Georgetown's dirt track is really cool, and they race. They are out there like just trying to earn it, and that is a fun. Like if you want like that down south type environment, you're less than a mile from the Sussex County Prison. You're watching dirt fly up. People are yelling. That's a good one.
I think a
Interesting.
big draw for like the NASCAR too. Like half of the experience is tailgating, right? I mean,
That's
like
fair.
you go and they have a nice big
and
outside
that was
area,
kind of
like-
fun when we had done it. And we were going around different
Yeah.
things until, but then when it came to the actual race, I think we were all just kind of looking at each other like, all right,
Yeah.
But it's like if you diversify the entertainment there.
yeah, we're all like, when are they gonna crash? When are they gonna crash? Other topics, other events, other down south that we missed because we started at the beaches and we've worked our way down. What are we missing out? I'm gonna re-shout out Milford. Lots of events. Riverview
I
Festival.
do. I love Milford in the sense of how they're growing and they're more community based and they're very kid and family friendly. I wish we had more of that.
Oh my God. So like Easy Speak, Fondue, those are
Yeah.
the same owners. Now they got the Cured Plate, they got the Meadery, they got the pharmacy.
They're really.
They're growing
doing
like
great.
a weed in all the right ways.
I've also noticed that the town of Wyoming is slowly starting
Huh.
to creep as well.
That's fair.
yeah.
I like, and that's where your Tre Sole Dolce or however you pronounce it, the mini golf place. Milton. Y'all been to Milton lately? That downtown is
Yeah.
sweet. That down.
It's really nice there.
Downtown
It's
is
cute.
sweet and a lot of awesome restaurants. I went to Tequila Reel right there on the lake. That's good. The Dough Bar, that's fantastic.
I've been dying to go there.
The Dough Bar is so cool. We got to eat in an igloo.
What?
Yeah, they got a little igloo outdoors, and they got this lake. They have lots of great parks for the kids, and also they do at night on one of the big walls right in the middle of downtown. They have a projector screen, and they do like drive-in theater, like sit on your lawn chair and watch in the middle of
I love
downtown next to the
that.
lake. Yeah, I think Milton is like one of the most slept-on downtowns. It's developing in good ways too, because like when you're in downtown, it doesn't feel overdeveloped.
Yeah.
But then when you get to the outskirts, like, oh, there's all these new neighborhoods. Whereas you go in like Lewis areas, you're like, oh my God, look at all these new neighborhoods. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It kind of separates it a little bit.
I feel like Bethany is also slept on. I feel like
Big time.
they need to
Ocean
grow a little
View.
bit more, but they're great. They're great.
Ocean View too. Like I was in Dagsboro the other day. People love to hate on Dagsboro. It sounds like a country bumpkin town, but I mean the home I was in was $650K right on the water.
Well, yeah, all the
It's beautiful properties. down
newer
there.
construction down there in those areas, like was it Frankfurt?
Frankfurt.
Yeah, stuff that like if you lived in northern Delaware, you didn't heard of.
Oh my God! Yeah, you heard of Blades, Delaware recently,
and that's stuff that's obviously within like earshot of the beach that you can get you know, affordably.
Absolutely.
So what's that? Probably 3, 4, 5 miles from the beach.
Yeah, you're a 15-minute drive during the hot season.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you're going through, like, the reason I like Ocean View or Dagsboro is you are going through Ocean View and you're on Route 24 and you are able to, you know, get over to Bethany, which is also a quick skip to Fenwick Island and Ocean City, Maryland, another place that we kind of claim. So with like the air show down there, that's one of my favorite events of the year. It's not even in Delaware. Even though the Air Base is bringing it back this year. It'll be in Dover again. They do.
I've yet to go, which is crazy.
Air show is super cool. Super cool. If there's one thing that'll make you feel patriotic, it's watching a bunch of jets flying around. And you know my dad loves it.
America,
Yeah, he kills it for it.
the greatest country. So good.
Just a quick little patriotic.
So good.
What's
dude.
other things we
All
can do in
for
the
it.
country for fun?
Yeah, let's expand to the other 49 states. Where would you? So if I were to just flat out rank, right? If I put a list together of all 50 states and you had to rank them 1 through 10, where does Delaware realistically land for you in terms of things to do in entertainment? Because I think it does pierce my top 10, and I've done a lot of traveling. I think in terms of where I'd want to live to be around things, it's definitely in the top 10. I love a place like a San Diego. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. Places like even Boston, when we were up there, come to mind as like awesome places to live that have a lot to do. But frankly, especially because of the fact that I can traverse the entire state in 45 minutes one way or the next, and also be near Philly, Jersey, DC, Annapolis, all these different places and hop and skip. I think it's
say-
definitely in the top 10, could be a top 5 option.
For me, it would be definitely in my top 10, maybe top 5 of non-touristy.
Ooh,
Places.
it might be top 3 there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like places that are not going to be touristy, overrun, or too expensive. Like Delaware's definitely.
That's a
up
great
there.
take, man. That's a
Yeah.
great take.
I mean, we're going to be partial.
Obviously,
of
Florida's
course.
going to be up there, but that's a lot of touristy stuff.
Yeah.
But I agree, because if I lived in a different state, I'm like, oh, where am I going to fly to this weekend? I'm not going to say Delaware. Like, there's just nothing that would keep me.
Well, we don't have an airport, so it'll be hard.
We do have an airport.
Well, we got one in Newcastle now that only flies from certain spots, yeah.
Exactly.
So if you were
We have
coming
an
from
airport.
Savannah,
They're
Georgia, or
expanding.
Nashville,
They're expanding.
they're only flying to the country spots, though, I've noticed. Like,
Well, it's Southeast
Fine,
Coast right
Orlando.
now, but they're down.
And
They're going down
Nashville.
to Puerto Rico now.
Oh.
They're
They've
like
got
expanding
quite a
with
bit.
new facilities. They're building new facilities.
as they should. We were the only state in the country without an airport.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I need to.
Not anymore.
They just need to expand to Dallas and the spot in South Carolina, the hub for American Airlines.
Charleston.
Charleston. Yeah, if they get to Charleston, they get to Dallas, then they're a hub for everything.
Yeah.
I would love that. I think that's one of the weaknesses of Delaware is the travel, both between public transit, getting from North Delaware to South Delaware, out-of-state traffic gumming things up. I think that's one of the cons that comes with it.
Well, for air travel, obviously, if you live in northern Delaware, then you're closer to the
close to
Philadelphia
Philly.
airport than other areas of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So you always have that. But obviously, if you're down here, then you're either driving to Philly or
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
Washington.
it's price
Washington's
point
on
at this
the
point,
border.
too. And
DC.
I've heard nothing but great feedback about Avella.
Oh, Ella?
I love Avella.
Well, to be honest, I haven't heard, even people that ride Spirit, I've ridden Spirit. It's like, it's a lot of these airlines are just different business strategies.
Yeah.
Like, and so like with Avella, that's similar to Spirit. Like if you're going with just a backpack, Great, cheap ride. But be prepared to pay for any bottle of water on the plane. And if you're bringing 2 bags, you may want to go on American or Southwest and go somewhere else because those bag fees go up. I think it's a great business model because for someone who will make a lot of 2-day trips, I can survive in a backpack and not have to check a bag. Oh yeah, and it's a super cheap ride.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love that for Delaware. Any last takes that we want to bring up as, hey, this is like on the come up for Delaware? I'm going to say Dover is my come up for Delaware as keep an eye out. A lot of funding coming in, asking for $500 million.
I'll say just getting back to activities and warm weather activities. I'd like to bring it back up to like Trolley Square. We have so we do the St. Patrick's Day loop. They do the Halloween loop.
Is that loop as big as it used to be?
Well, COVID definitely hit it, but it's coming back. This year was a good turnout. And I like Trolley because it's kind of, it's definitely going to be more adult-centric activity because you're in the middle of 5 bars. But
damn it, I forgot to put my phone up for the live. Shit.
Oh, we got to do it all over again.
Start over. All right, guys. Start over.
Remember what you said.
Yeah, everyone remember exactly what you said. All right, let's rerun.
Let's do it all again.
Do it all again. Damn it. All right.
But yeah, no, I think that is definitely a good social activity
for the winter. Just for that.
I've never been to Trolley Square.
It's a lot of fun, especially the bar hopping side of it. And then you have
I did that at Main Street.
See, I've never been to Main Street.
I've done that at Main Street.
But I'll go to Trolley and you still have
Main Street here or Newark?
Main Street, Newark. Yeah. I like
You'll have a much better experience in Trolley Square.
Yeah,
I'm sure. My buddies at the time, Reese and Brandon Hines at the time had gone there. And so, I wasn't going down the Dewey.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that was the main
I think Trolley is the step of
that's not college, but it's
Newark's fun, and then you turn 23, 24, and you're
and then you want to go to Trolley Square.
Oh, I feel old.
Really? I feel that's how I feel at Dewey. I go down there, it's too packed. There's too many people. It's all college kids, and that's a good vibe if you're a college kid. It's good to have something in the area that's fun and relatively safe. I think one of the things coming up in Delaware as a teenager that was an issue was there truly was not as much to do, and that's why for a time, and it's not anymore, STDs were higher ranking, drugs were higher ranking, and I think that came back to there wasn't anything for a teenager to do. So
for sure,
yeah. And it's funny when you look at those lists South Dakota and shit's on it. It's oh, well, I guess there's not much to do in South Dakota either. So come up wise, that's a great one. What do you think come up wise is a good thing to keep on the forefront of Delaware?
I'm kind of out of come up spots. I live in Wilmington, so that's fair. Pretty much high, and I don't really. I go see lots of different places. Obviously, spend a lot of time at Long Neck and Millsboro, and that's definitely expanding as they keep building down there. Those areas start to grow as
Paradise Grill down there.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
They need more infrastructure and stuff like that, and as that comes up, there's more restaurants, there's more things going in. So, Long Neck, Millsboro area.
I'll just say real quick. They're building the infrastructure, the field house is new and everything, but I'd like to hopefully continue to see come up with semi-pro sports, which is really nice to have. He brought up the Blue Rocks earlier. We do have the, what are they called now?
Blue Coats.
Blue Coats up there. It's a cheap game, go to, great competition. They get a lot of players that are just waiting to be brought up into the league, and they have a lot of good talent.
Part of the $500 million plan for Dover 2030 is a minor league baseball team.
That'd be awesome.
I was going to say, we need something. We need more activities. That's the one thing I wish we had more of, just in the sense of whether it's basketball, baseball, football, something. We just need something.
Go sports.
Go sports.
Go sports. All right, guys. I love this. This is a great conversation. I think that all these come-up spots are fantastic. Did you have a come-up spot you want to throw in? I didn't know if you had one.
I'll piggyback on Dover, but I also think there is going to be a brewery coming up in Camden. By CR Pfeiffer, I think. They're making a new brewery over there.
Cool.
So that might be competition.
That's good.
But we need more of that in Kent County.
We need more reason for people to come south of the canal. Honestly.
Yeah.
There needs to be a bigger reason for it. And if there's nothing to do in Southwest Delaware, there needs to be some reason for them to drive up. There's plenty of reasons.
It's almost like people will drive from Wilmington or northern Delaware right through to southern Delaware.
Yeah, go straight to the beaches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pass it right up.
Real quick, can we just talk about Middletown real fast? Because I feel like Middletown, they had a 3-4 year stretch where it was blowing up and doing really, really well. And then now it's just there. It's just an expensive
Smyrna.
place to buy a house. Like
It is,
but
but they do it
there's
for
not
the school
stuff-
district. The school district.
It's,
It's
a school, it's a school district.
Yeah.
It's a school district in 301. 301 is their route to be able to live or work and do their money deals over in like Annapolis and DC
Yeah.
and Baltimore while living in Delaware. That was its original come up. I'd agree with you in the sense of they haven't structured enough things to do.
Correct.
Middletown could be
Restaurants,
that
stuff like
stepping
that.
stone.
Yeah.
From Wilmington
Well, they
to
just got
Dover.
it should be. It
Yes.
should be. And they just got the birdies, the golf lounge.
We need to
They
do
got
that.
this good steak. We do. We got the good. They invited us to come up. They got a great steakhouse. I think it's like 84 Steakhouse or something like that.
Oh yeah.
They got some spots, but it definitely needs more.
Yeah, it used to be the place to go for people in northern Delaware, like Wilmington area, and get a deal on a house.
Yeah.
That's not like that
And
anymore.
no, now you're paying more.
Yeah.
No.
Now you're paying
a lot
more
of
for new
money.
construction
Yeah.
down there.
Insane.
Because it's new, obviously, and everything there and stuff. The resales are newer than they are in North Wilmington. So, and they did a good job for a while in building on the infrastructure of restaurants and stuff like that. But it seems like it's not.
It's slowed down.
It's
That's
slowed
what I was
down.
thinking. Like
I think Smyrna is
You don't hear like you did a year ago.
back off of Middletown too. Like they're starting to grow more now. Like I've noticed just in the past 5 years, it's growing.
Almost how like Harbison and Ocean View and all those like side beach towns have grown off the beach towns.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
hear that. All right, guys. What are we saying here?
Loft.
Gabba.
All right. Go Delaware.
Go Delaware.
Delaware.
1, 2, 3.
Go
Delaware. All
That's
right.
a little clammy. I'm sorry.